What it do, boo-boo? Sunday. Yee! We are here for our, what is today? Sunday. So we're doing our Oracle energy forecast for the week using the Oracle of Oddities, editions 1, 2, and 3, all smushed together into one big deck. I don't know if you can get these decks or this kind of like anthology of decks that's been put into one. So it's called the Oracle of Oddities. It's by an artist named Claire Goodchild. You can find her on Instagram as Black in the Moon. She has several tarot and oracle decks that she's designed. She's got these like beautiful like turn of the century, like I guess which century really, but like these like pen and ink antique, very medical looking drawings with like just random symbolism in them, and I don't know, I just love these particular cards. But she does these limited prints, and then you pre-order them, and I've collected them over the years when she's offered them, so I'm not sure if you can get this deck or not. That's one reason why I use this deck every Sunday for us, so that you get to experience and enjoy the deck even if you can't get a hold of it. In fact, I realized the other day that a lot of my readings for this channel, I just, for some reason, started using like a lot of like rare and out of print decks that you can't really get anywhere else. I have another really amazing out of print deck. It's called the Kabbalah cards. It's just this very basic deck, and it's the most amazing. It's so good, and I use it every week for myself, and I've tried to order it again just so I'll have a backup one for when mine wears out, and I wanted to get one for my best friend, and you can't, it's out of print, and I'm like, why would you stop printing this deck? It's amazing. But yeah, I don't know, I've been thinking about just bootlegging myself a copy so that I'll have like a backup because it's so precious to me. But I thought about maybe incorporating that deck into my readings. I usually have just used it for myself, but I thought, man, I should probably start using it for the public so you guys can get on the good stuff too. Oh, let's see what's going on. We've got Labor Day tomorrow. We've had like a busy, crazy weekend at work. I can already feel all this like Mercury shenanigans going on, like shadow of the retrograde. We've got Mercury and Mars like having this like our Mars and Gemini. So there's like these weird aspects going on there. So like hide your wife, hide your kids, take cover, wear a helmet, don't say anything, don't do anything, don't go anywhere, don't see anybody. Bat down the hatches, board up the windows, Barbara. All right, you guys, let's see what we can expect for the week to come. I feel like this reading usually gives us a good idea of the overall energy of the week to come, and it kind of gives us a hint at the themes as far as what we will be working with as far as our own personal growth goes, our mindsets, our patterns, you know, the spiritual things that we're trying to grow in and transcend in. Ooh, oh my gosh, one of my favorite cards, Manifest. You guys, this is going to be a magical week. A lot of potential for manifestation. Try to clear your mind and focus your intent. We are in the waxing moon phase leading up to that full moon. So, you know, think back to on our new moon workshop together, which if you are just arriving, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, hi, welcome. I'm Liz Taylor. This is our channel together, Light, Love, Magic. And on the new moon and the full moon, I do big workshops, and they're usually like 45 minutes or an hour long. But one of our assignments was to pick out like 3 tasks that you are going to get done that were going to help you work towards your intention for the month or your big manifestation. So anything that you're doing towards your manifestation this week is going to have a lot of support behind it. Maybe you'll find that you're able to kind of stretch and bend time and just get a whole lot done, you know, in a smaller amount of time than you had expected. Maybe you're being really efficient. Maybe you're being super creative. Either way, you may start to see the evidence of your manifestation crystallizing this week. If not, see little small manifestations that let you know the big manifestation is on the way. In fact, I woke up this morning to like a video with like a lot more views than I have had, you know, and it's so funny because they say if you make a video a day, every day for a year, that you can get your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 watch hours and monetize your channel. Now, I'm not sure if that's still true, if it's still that you can do that within a year or whatever, but I've made a video nearly every day this year. And I wasn't going to be too rigid about the every single day because I didn't want this to be some like entrapped, you know, kind of like prison for myself. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be crazy rigid, but I'm going to, you know, 98% of the time I'm going to show up. So I have. And so I got a really big surge in the spring and I was like, okay, this is it. It's going to be like, you know, this exponential kind of trajectory, because that's kind of how it is with YouTube. It's like once you kind of like tip the scales, it's like things can grow really fast. Just as far as like numbers and the algorithm go, little things can make a big difference. So the spring, I got like this big surge, and then summertime came and it was like all those views started disappearing, and I went back to where I started and I realized, I was like, oh yeah, they don't come out with any new shows during the summer because nobody's watching TV. All the seasons are spring and fall. I have a big hit in the spring, and it's so funny because I'm starting to pick up the momentum in the same way that I did before, when I started like growing like 10 times the views that I was getting. And so this morning I woke up and it was like, you know, I mean, obviously to someone who has thousands of views on their video, it's like I only have like this one, or yesterday's Jesus video got like 200. And I was like, oh, that's great. Like maybe this is like people are coming back in and like fall is happening and they're watching things again. But so manifesting. So just don't give up hope on yourself. Stick with it, right? It could have been very disheartening for me to be like, oh, I've made like a video every day this year, and I started to have progress and then like backslid back to where I started. Like a lot of people would give up at that point, right? But I knew just gotta bear with it and stick with it, and the algorithm will eventually give. And it's starting to again. And maybe this is just a big tease, who knows? But stick with your manifestations. Keep your focus on the results that you want to have. Keep your focus on things that make you feel light and good and fulfilled and joyful and grateful, and stay in that uplifted space of feeling really fulfilled, like you have it all, like all of your manifestation is already there. It's a done deal. It's just like you haven't reached for it yet. You haven't needed to. So just feel like it's right around the corner. Very exciting. All right, so what else? Oh, actually there was another, I wanted to grab these that had fallen in my lap. Okay, so Awaken was our next card. And Hope, I love this. This is like, oh my gosh. Okay, so far we have Manifest, and then we have Awaken Hope, right? I think that we're awakening, generally speaking, on this new level and this new depth. You know, we're shedding these like heavy layers of ourself away, all the old stories that we just don't want to tell anymore, you know, all those old patterns, all those old tendencies, those old perceptions. The habits are dying, right? And so we're starting to have a new mindset, and we feel better, and we are looking at things differently, right? The sun of illumination is shining on us, right? And it is reflected to us by the moon, right? The sun is almost too much. If we stared at it and took it in, like the direct light, like from the light of the Creator, when we talk about how there's these windows open in time where we can connect to the light and ground it into the vessel, you know, with more efficiency, it means that we're not going to create chaos for ourselves, right? When we look directly at the sun, or if we have direct light from source, it's so powerful that it just burns us up and it creates chaos, and it's too much for us to handle. That's why the sun is reflected on the moon. That's why, you know, the light of the Creator is reflected to us through our experiences in life, and through like being reflected, it sort of like takes down the intensity so that we can embody it without so much chaos, without being burned, right? So we're awakening in our consciousness. We're awakening a sense of excitement, maybe awakening the inner child that has not come out to play in a while. Maybe we're like awakening the sense of joy in ourselves again, and we have this new lease on life. And because we're awakening this hope and this like playfulness again, we're starting to finally see the evidence of our manifestation, because now we've got the magnetism to draw it in, right? What we've learned recently is that when it comes to like the electromagnetic field around you that sends out the signal for your manifestation, it's our thoughts that create the electricity. It's our thoughts that sort of send out the order, but it's the way that we feel and in like the state that our heart is in that really is the magnet that's attracting what's coming at us. So your thoughts can be in the right place, but if you're feeling terrible and your heart is, you know, in a state, it's gonna be really hard to pull joy in, because, you know, if you're carrying around a lot of sadness and sorrow. So try to, you know, process and allow these old emotions and these old layers to shed away like they've been doing. And I think that you already feel lighter. I think you're already feeling like a new person. The transformation that's happening is helping you let go, right? And surrender to the magic and the flow and the harmony that's coming in without all of your, you know, laborious efforts and force behind it. You know, this trust in the universe where we can allow, right? And like take our death grip off of everything and not grasp at control. Because the only thing that control is an illusion, and it's a joke at that, right? We don't have any control. Please, pish posh. So being so cavalier that you're like, whatever, I don't have control and I don't need it anyway. You know, I trust the universe. I trust that there's this divine intelligence that's in control. And if I relax and trust and align with that, then the universe is great. It's very hospitable, and it's self-correcting, and it will steer me in the right direction, okay? So keep your hopes up. Get that excitement going. You know, you're awake. Don't fall asleep. Don't backslide in that consciousness. Stay awake. Keep doing the things that you've been doing. Keep your mindset right. It takes maintenance. You know, it's not a one and done deal. It's like an ever ongoing practice and discipline. So stay awakened. Keep the hope up. Stay focused. Ooh, deception is our last card. So be careful not to fall for illusion. And what I mean by that is so many times we look at the circumstances of the 3D world around us and we think that that is the end all be all. We think that's the truth of it. But the truth of it is that we shift the energy behind something and the physical circumstances around it will change. So don't get caught up in the illusion of what you see with your eyes, right? Things can change like that. They can change overnight. You can wake up tomorrow morning to have good news that things have changed and turned in your favor, right? You never know. So keep your hopes up. Don't be deceived by appearances, because things may not be as they seem, right? I noticed that this moon cycle is here on the back of the head in the unconscious realm. Something is hidden. Maybe hidden fears, hidden anxieties are, you know, still kind of blocking that manifestation from coming through. Maybe there are factors in the situation that are hidden or that aren't as they seem, that are kind of blocking the manifestation from its full realization. But I have a feeling that things are going to be coming into the light soon, right? Into the light, and maybe by the full moon. We've got a lot of things going on, and I feel like there was something going on in Pisces. Well, I think the full moon is in Pisces, but I feel like there was maybe something else going on Saturday that made it kind of a significant day. But just remember, appearances can be deceiving. Don't get caught up in the false illusion of the 3D world and things being, you know, seeming a certain way, because they might not be actually. And be enthusiastic. Things might be even better than you think, okay? It might be better than you hoped for. All right, you guys, I am really hopeful about this week coming up. Set your intentions, follow through with those actions that you wanted to take, and know that your manifestations are being supported, all the actions inspired, not forced actions coming from a place of perfectionism and obsession, but like divinely inspired actions to take, right? Have a balance. Wake up to, all that's happening around you. This awakening that is taking place is really raising your vibration. So try to maintain this. Keep your hopes up. Transformation is happening in your life. You will see the changes soon. You will see evidence of it more and more. And don't fall for the illusion. Don't fall for the tricks of the ego that tell you that you're not enough or that it's not going to work out, because your opponent will come in this week and try to rain on your parade. It always will. Your opponent goes with you everywhere. It will meet you at the level that you're at, and it up levels with you every step of the way. So every time you got something great going on, brace yourself to not let anything ruin it for you. Because it's only a trick. It's just part of the simulation, right? It's part of the test to see if you can transcend the illusion of deception, right? But this also means that you can't lie to yourself either. You've got to be really honest with yourself. And as things come up, question things, observe things. Don't be judgmental, but don't take things, at face value. Take it with a grain of salt and, explore further, look deeper into it, right? Something may be there under the surface that you haven't seen. Okay, y'all, good luck this week. I hope you have a happy Labor Day tomorrow. I may or may not make a video for tomorrow because I think I may be partying with my sister and her wife for Labor Day. So hopefully I will be on a boat and having fun, and I may be getting drunk. So it depends on what kind of state I'm in if I will make a video when I get home tomorrow night, or where the party takes me. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the fun of it, y'all. All right, be good, but not too good. Have fun if you are in the United States tomorrow celebrating Labor Day. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you all Tuesday. Ciao.